comparison of how many punches they throw per round. The average junior welterweight throws over 58 punches per round.
Both receive your instruction in your dressing room. Okay, right here was good, right here is good. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. Let's go.
You're wondering about the height advantage when they come together there. It's 6'1" for Fredrickson to 5'10" for Saucedo. Remember, you can join in ESPN.HearMeCheer.com. Your voice will be heard in this fanless atmosphere. That's ESPN.HearMeCheer.com. Round 1 of 10, Saucedo and Fredrickson, and they waste no time.
Fredrickson does have a 3-inch height advantage, but he doesn't always use it. He's a guy who sacrifices his height. He'll stay inside. He doesn't really defend himself well inside, but he's not disciplined on the outside with his height. And we've talked about Saucedo wanting to be smarter, but that doesn't mean you take away his instinct of being aggressive, because this is actually a fight where you want him to be inside against a taller guy who can't defend himself. So it's going to be interesting to see this fight unfold.
As you see right out the gate, you see Saucedo going straight at Fredrickson, using his jab, using some good head movement, placing body shots. He's doing a great job at the moment. Looks like Saucedo to me, but he's not getting hit so easily on the way in like he was before.
Good jab, good jab. Good jab. Let me go to my right a little bit. Good jab. Right there, boom. There it is. Boom.
You can see Saucedo has a little bit more responsibility with his defense. He's just not walking in. You see him, he's fainting. Got hit with an uppercut right there. But I see a little bit of difference in him right away.
Double left inside, bunnies inside. Alex, vamos a girar. Back to that jab, man. Keep going to the back. Hey, keep going to that jab.
Just touching Fredrickson with that left hand and trying to pop and sneak a right in between.
There it is. Flick, bang. Flick, bang.
Good work on the outside. The jab from Fredrickson.
Yeah, Fredrickson right now is doing a good job and staying relaxed and staying composed. Using the jab on the outside, Tess.
Yeah, there he's fighting a taller man, but then stepping in with a right hand with Saucedo. And then a combination, and he rocks him back against the ropes. Good work that time by Alex Saucedo. Digs to the body with that left hand, straight right comes in. This is a good surge here by Saucedo.
Touch him inside. You're going to be in there, touch him inside. Back to that jab, keep sticking. Keep sticking. Keep sticking.
I mentioned the changes that he's been working on with his style and, of course, who he surrounds himself with. Here's what Alex Saucedo told us. End of one.
His career when he had the trilogy against Ward. Bernard Hopkins went from being the executioner to B-Hop. That extended his career. And Tim Bradley was always a power boxer. He had one fight where he chose to brawl. He went back to boxing. He went on to win 5 or 6 fights, and the rest is history.
It's Mr. Provodnikov.
Oh, yeah.
And the impact that had on your career, Timmy. Tim, there was a right hand in that first round in that final minute that got to Fredrickson pretty good.
Yeah, got Fredrickson in trouble. This right hand right there. What did Fredrickson do? He came out with a hook. You cannot hook from the middle and from straight back when your back is against the ropes. And that's the mistake that Fredrickson made right there. Hook from the middle,
Raise that jab up. There you go.
and got hit with a straight right hand from Saucedo.
Well, we told you they were wasting no time. Saucedo did what he typically does with the power punches. He landed 30 of 56 in that first round, and now he's at it again as he follows Fredrickson straight back. Combination included the right hand, and then 2 to the belt line.
This fight is just over in the best of matter of time. I mean, Fredrickson's a tough kid. He's taking a lot of shots right now, but he can't even breathe because Saucedo is on him. constantly.
See, one of the misnomers is that if a fighter who's a pressure fighter modifies or adds wrinkles to his game, then that means he's going to lose some type of aggression. That's not true. I can count on one hand the amount of times that Saucedo's been hitting this fight. He's doing the right thing. He's making Fredrickson dance to the beat of his music, and he's doing it while he's being defensively responsible, but also laying a lot of leather on the young fighter, Fredrickson.
Yeah, still very fan-friendly and offensive-minded, just more refined.
Listen, you're just not giving up free shots. You gotta hate to get hit. Your trainer's gotta hate to see you get hit. And I mean, if you look at me, Tess, over the last 15 years, I was probably one of the meanest, toughest fighters, pound for pound. I wasn't giving up anything free, but I would be in your grill all night long if I had to.
No. Stop. Stop. Yeah, push down the head.
And by the way, that'll be the end of any comparison. Timmy, that'll be the end of any comparison to Alex Saucedo and Andre Ward that we ever had.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
Well,
I just want to bring the point home that it's not box or slug. It's if you know what you're doing and you're a slugger and you're an aggressive guy, you can tweak your game and work on your game and do both.
You know, a lot of times we talk about Mexican fighters and we bring up Julio Cesar Chavez and we say, well, he was a straightforward fighter, but Julio Cesar Chavez had good defense. He would move his head. He would bob and weave.
Yes.
You know? Yes. And he still would pressure you.
Start around 3. Timmy, Saucedo has landed 49 of 89 power punches so far tonight.
Yeah, Tess, lots of pressure from Saucedo. You know, Fredrickson right here trying to get distance, trying to get out. What does he do? Drops his hands, going back to the ropes. And what does Saucedo do? Followed him out with a right hand and the left hook right here. And then he doubles down from the head to the body. Beautiful work from Saucedo right there.
And I'm sure, Bernardo, it's appreciated by his cornermen, Pedro and Eddie.
Yes, it is, Joe. He told him, look, you've got to use your legs, continue to move your head side to side to get inside, work that body, dig in there, and stay low.
Former world title challenger trying to get himself back in position at 140 pounds for another title shot. Of course, a lot to be determined at 140 pounds. We'll see if Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez end up in the ring together this year. We expect Postel and Ramirez to have an August date that we hope to bring you.
A lot of times people equate height for physical strength, and we have to differentiate the two. Sonny Fredrickson is not a physically strong boxer. He is a tall boxer, but like I mentioned earlier, he doesn't use his reach very well. Alex Saucedo and his team, they realized that. They jumped on him right away, and right now Fredrickson has no answer.
Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here we go.
You want to know when the perfect time to load up on your opponent? When you got your opponent's back against the ropes. That's the time when you can load up on your shot. You can let those power shots go with everything you got into it because he has nowhere to go.
Keep going. Find another one. Find another one.
Alex getting caught with an uppercut coming in, leaning a little bit over that front knee, Dre. He got to be careful.
Like that right there.
Stop, I got you.
And Saucedo got caught with that uppercut a couple times.
Yeah.
But if you're Saucedo, this is where the learning process doesn't just stop in the gym, it's also in the fight. So you got to learn to make adjustments on the fly. That's part of being a better defensive fighter. You get hit with a shot, you identify why, you make the adjustment.
Right hand that comes in again from Saucedo. Trying to utilize that jab and come with a right hand from out at range. End of 3 here. MGM Grand Conference Center. Joe Tessitore, Andre Ward, Tim Bradley calling the action. Good start to the main event for Alex Saucedo. By the way, coming up after Top Rank Boxing, it is SportsCenter with SVP. The countdown towards the NBA. Woj will have the latest. Is college football getting nervous? Reese Davis is going to join SVP to discuss that. As the parent of a college football player in the midst of COVID testing, I would tell you a firm yes on that. So that is coming up after we get done from Vegas. Round number 4. You know, it's interesting, guys. I make that comment, but we have now been weeks and weeks of really embedded in what happens to put on professional sports with all the testing, time after time, and we've seen constant disruption to our cards, reshuffling of bout orders, bouts being scratched, and then tonight, even a cornerman who violates rules of the protocol and procedures of how they're dealing with life in the bubble, and he's out of action. So you can understand why team sports not quite as bullish and confident as we were just a few weeks ago, and then there's the spike in cases throughout the Southeast.
Make him find you. Drop something right there.
Fredrickson almost filled that hole with a right hand moments ago as Saucedo came forward. Back at range utilizing the jab as Saucedo continues to press forward.
Nice work by Fredrickson right there. Towards the end of that last round, Fredrickson did some good work from the outside. And he's having some success right now from the outside now. Kind of calming down now and relaxing and starting to see the openings on Saucedo.
So utilizing that left hand, every so often splitting the guard with a right hand. And Fredrickson comes forward, tries to drive down an overhand right.
Touching, up, down, up, down.
Saucedo's getting touched with some shots from Fredrickson because he's leaning over his feet. Even when he has Fredrickson on the ropes, instead of staying behind his leg, he's leaning over his leg, and Fredrickson is taking advantage.
Right uppercut took advantage, and again he comes with the right
over his
uppercut.
feet right there. Yes.
Yeah, you got to.
Up and down.
What you said, Dre, you know you got a responsibility to defense. After that offense, you got a responsibility to defense to get that head off the line. So that way you don't get hit with return fire from your opponent.
Now you can touch the hip.
But even when Saucedo is punching, he's got his head over his front foot. That's a problem.
Yeah. And he keeps it right in the middle, Dre.
Fredrickson doesn't have to look for Saucedo when he does that. He just lets the shot go, and Saucedo's right there to be hit.
Now both men digging to the body. End of 4, good main event. Start of the 5th, let's check in with Mark Kriegel.
I just want to remind you that Alex Saucedo said, I'll tip my hat to Sonny Fredrickson if this goes past 5. The biggest difference I've seen in Saucedo is he's stopping the head hunting. He's going to the body. Should make Timmy happy.
And well, he got a big frame to hit. And Fredrickson, 6'1".
Stay long. Catch him in between them big shots. He's loading up.
Bernardo, what's going on in the corner of Sonny Fredrickson?
Lamar Wright said, look, he's got to use his jab. He can't stand right in front of him. He's got to look for angles. I believe he's slowing down, so he's got to take advantage.
Sonny just landed another right uppercut moments ago. There is the jab. Let's check on Andre Ward's scorecard. 3 rounds to 1, Alex Saucedo.
And Sonny just need to get his hands going. I don't know if Sonny believes in himself, but he needs to believe in himself tonight. Let his hands go. Saucedo is right in front of him to be hit.
We talk so much about this being such a career-defining fight, being so critical, comes with a lead right uppercut.
Yeah, but Sonny seems like a fighter that's okay with just being, not trying to win. He's okay with just being comfortable in the fight. He needs to try to win this fight. Step outside himself tonight. Be brave in there. Let his hands go. Take chances.
Keep him up, man.
I think the offense of Fredrickson, when he does use it, Tim, is good. He's landing clean flush shots on Saucedo. The issue is defense. He gives too much back when Saucedo gets on the offense. So it's almost like you forget that Fredrickson had a moment because Saucedo steals the show.
Feints, 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 all that, feints. Touchy with this, just touchy, don't even worry, just touchy.
Alex, no se ve que se va para atrás con este.
Off top jab, off the top jab, touch the hip.
Alex, chap. Hay que
Touch the hip.
Vamos a
See, he's having moments like this. Why can't he just continue to have moments like this? Why does he have to go back to the ropes? You got to fight against yourself to be on those ropes. Step inside, tie up, then get back in the center of the ring. This is where he's having success right now. Keep it going.
Touch.
Shooting that jab from that 6'1" frame.
Nice.
There's a willingness to go.
that's
There's a
what I'm
willingness to
talking
let the
about.
hands go. Ran with the new COVID-19 protocols. I'm in studio here in Connecticut. The other three at their home offices.
Moviendo la cabeza.
Touch him, touch. It's got to go.
Moviendo la cabeza para el lado, Alex.
Touch his gloves.
Eso, mueve la cabeza para el lado.
Yeah. Nice.
Inicia abajo.
Keep taking now.
Inicia abajo y termina.
Look at it. Right there.
That's good
Inicia
work.
abajo. Esa. Y vas para arriba. Inicia abajo y vas para arriba.
Stand.
Vamos,
Stand.
Esa.
Go in.
Sígalo.
Go again.
Now what do
right
you
back.
see right now? You see
Right back.
Salcedo resulting back to what he always do. Come head first, he stopped moving his head, now he's
Let's go.
taking
Get that
punches
jab
on the
going.
way in.
Mueve esa cabeza, carajo. Vamos.
Set it up now. Set it up.
Vamos con el chavo. Usted
There.
primero, Alex. Usted primero. Eso, vamos.
You got to listen.
One of you earlier tonight mentioned that
Jab right.
there are two fights going on. There's Saucedo against Fredrickson, and then the new Saucedo against the old Saucedo. And the deeper you get into a tougher fight, the harder it is to stay in that newer lane.
Y mueve la cabeza, vamos.
Yeah, it's three fights going on.
Turn.
One against Fredrickson, Saucedo against himself, the old self, and Saucedo against the new self. And that's what we're seeing tonight.
1, 2, wow.
Siga sabiando. Siga sabiando.
I think Saucedo's doing a good job tonight because the test really comes when a warrior and an aggressive fighter like Saucedo gets hit, especially with flush shots. That's when you have the opportunity to have a flashback and forget everything you've been working on over the last couple years. I haven't seen him do that tonight.
Tranquilo, eso, tranquilo.
Comes with a 1-2 there.
Fíntelo. Eso, ahí va. Eso.
But Saucedo is starting to take some punishment now from Fredrickson because he has a willingness to let those hands go.
Eso es.
Good headshots as Fredrickson covers up.
Eso.
He got that guard down by going to the body and fills it with a left and a right.
Mueve la cabeza, Alex. Una finta. Hágalo errar. Vamos. Eso.
Double that. Put it to his chest, man. Put it to his chest.
Eso. Siga sabiando.
Live, strong. Long and strong.
Siga sabiando, Alex. Alex, vamos a
Fredrickson popping that jab off the hip, up on his toes.
Sígalo, abajo y arriba.
And Saucedo chasing him down against the ropes.
Siga tirando, abajo y arriba. Abajo y arriba, Alex. Abajo y arriba. Ábralo. Siga tirando.
Fredrickson just likes the ropes. I don't understand it.
Sígalo, Alex.
Does his best work in the center of the ring, but he just loves the ropes.
Go to the ropes.
Eso, swing atrás del guante. Atrás del guante.
Touch it quick in there, Sonny.
Atrás
Touch
del
it
guante,
quick.
Alex.
Nice. Keep touching. Keep touching. You got to go back.
Atrás del guante, Alex.
Over top.
Bigger shots. Let's see if he can put that forth as Sonny Fredrickson steps out for round number 7 against the former world title challenger Alex Saucedo. 29-1. Alex Saucedo.
Eso es. Siga chaveando.
Sometimes, Tess, it just boils down to how bad you want it.
Eso, Alex.
You know, stylistically, this fight can go either way. You got the pressure fighter in Saucedo. You got Fredrickson, who's the boxer. He can box his way to victory. But it's how bad do you want it, Fredrickson? That's what it boils down to here.
Cuando se mete para allá, el gancho y después la derecha, métase ahí el gancho.
Keep him up, baby. Keep
El
him up.
gancho y la derecha cuando viene, se mete usted para allá. Métase y tire el gancho y la derecha. Esa. Hermosa, otra vez. Métase y métale el gancho y la derecha. Vamos. Siga moviendo la cabeza. Siempre mueva la cabeza. Eso, verdad. Vamos.
Keep going.
Mueva
Keep
la
going.
cabeza, no se le quede enfrente.
If I'm in the corner of Fredrickson, I'm reminding my fighter that
Enfrente.
Saucedo has been cut a lot in his career. He's got a lot of stitches, a lot of scar tissue around those eyes. Let your shots go. Let's try to open something up. It's a professional prize fight. All of that is fair game.
4 different fights he has suffered significant cuts in.
And the best way, the most efficient way to open up those eyes, if you're in the corner of Fredrickson and if you're Sonny Fredrickson, is the left jab. You stay at range, you stay at distance, and it's a sharp punch that could potentially open up an eye or both eyes of Saucedo.
A nice right uppercut to open up those eyes too.
Yeah, that's the way you got to think when you're a professional prize fighter. For the normal person, that may sound a little off, but as a professional prize fighter, that's got to be the norm.
Do it again.
There's the right uppercut right there that I was seeing. Fredrickson took advantage of it. Now his back is against the ropes, and this is where he always gets himself into trouble, being on the ropes against Saucedo.
Be on the rope. Drop it off on him right there. He's walking straight to it.
Just lazy fighting from Fredrickson, and that shows me that in sparring and in the gym, that kind of behavior is allowed. Because if that's not allowed, you're going to see the young fighter Fredrickson he's going to make haste to get his back off of the ropes. That's a spot in training camp where he's used to resting. That's a spot in training camp where he's allowed to stay there and the coach isn't demanding anything different. It's hard to demand it on fight night.
Nice. Come on, let's go, Sonny. Let's get it. Double that hook. Body, head. Head, body.
So many fighters who struggled to find a way to have consistent training during the COVID quarantine, and the Glass City boxing gym where Fredrickson normally gets his work in, that was in lockdown. That didn't open up, so there was somebody who knew who had a garage with a gym in it, so he had some private training that way. And Saucedo was back home for a little bit in Oklahoma City before he made his way out to LA.
Siga sabiándolo, Alex. Eso, continuamente, continuamente, un pistón.
Shift the shoulders, man. Shift the shoulders.
La cabeza para el otro lado.
Now Saucedo's looking to change the rhythm up a little bit. Now he's just letting his hands flow from right where they are. He's not trying to load up with a lot of shots. He's just trying to touch him. Just have Fredrickson keep his hands in his pocket.
He goes straight back. Follow him back with that long ass right hand.
Pero trabaje. Pero
Double
trabaje.
jab. Nice. Back to it.
Siga trabajando, Alex.
Back to it. 3-2.
No lo deje agrandar, no lo deje agrandar, Alex. Métale un par de eso,
There
métale
you
un par de
go.
para que vea.
1-2. Now 1-2.
Good exchanges from both fighters in this round.
Keep touching him.
Sure are.
You gotta keep touching him.
Eso, Alex. Ahora una derecha, empiece con derecha. Empiece con derecha.
Come on, get up, stop up, get up.
And it's not by accident where it's happening in the
Body
ring.
inside, though.
Better real estate for Fredrickson and always willing to Saucedo.
1-2, 1-2. Right there. You just keep dropping him off.
Chaveando,
Yeah, but one of the things that was said to us was that the footwork of Saucedo is better. That he's been working on his footwork. He's standing directly in front of Fredrickson. All Fredrickson got to do is release his hands, and he's going to hit him.
Touch his hip now. He's coming forward. Short. Touch his hip when he comes forward. Short.
Move your feet a little bit. Yeah, move your feet a little bit. Set it up.
Again.
He must have heard me.
No dude, no dude.
Now Danny.
Bien, Alex, mueva la cabeza. Eso, eso.
Now Danny. Up and down when he comes forward.
Eso. Otra vez, otra vez.
Saucedo came forward with the right hand. Then he ate a right uppercut himself after sending in that body shot.
Let him go.
Gire, gire, Alex, gire. Eso.
And there's another uppercut,
Back up.
that time from Sonny Fredrickson.
Stop pushing him back.
Joe Fredrickson has been landing that right uppercut all night on the chin of Saucedo, and he's even been leading with the right uppercut, which is a no-no, but it's been landing.
Keep going.
Look at this exchange in the middle of the round.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Go backwards. Keep it going.
The old Saucedo is back, baby.
Atrás del guante va a la derecha. Atrás del guante va a la derecha. Atrás del guante de él.
Take that jab. Take his jab. Watch. Take his
Vamos,
jab.
Alex, cierra el round.
Take his
Cierra el
jab.
round. 1-2, 1-2. Gancho y derecha. Vamos, gancho y
Use your
derecha.
jab to get it out.
Gancho y
Look.
derecha. Ciérrelo,
Look. Come
ciérrelo.
on. Let me feel your strength.
How will it play out here? 9th round. Good work with the jab from Saucedo.
Let your hands go. You're keeping them at home. Damn, man.
Yeah,
Fredrickson is
hitting
getting
that
hit
target.
with those
So
jabs.
accurate.
Yeah, he's hitting them flush, Joe, because look at the taller fighter Fredrickson and where his hands are.
Keep your punches
He's
up.
in a prayer position. He's got his hands in close, and he's not utilizing his reach or his height at all. So if you're Alex Saucedo, you do just what he did. You keep hitting him square in his face until he makes some adjustments.
6 rounds to
And
2.
he's not even moving his head
Saucedo
either.
on Dre's card. 6 rounds to 2.
Boxing is not a fair game. Your opponent makes mistakes or they haven't figured something out, you don't help them out. You just keep exploiting the weakness until they make some adjustments.
Falls
If you
straight
don't know
back
what
with
to
the
do,
right
I'm certainly
hand
not
there.
going to tell you.
You gotta stay off the rope, son. Stay off the rope. Turn inside there. Nice.
Good workman-like performance tonight from Alex Saucedo. He's still taking some shots, not as many as he would normally take, but he's still a work in progress. Solid performance thus far tonight.
Yeah, I just like what he's putting forth here in this 9th round as well. We describe this as being a defining round potentially for this fight, having never gone past 8, and he's getting the better of it.
Yeah, he's beating the fight out of Fredrickson. That's what he's doing. Beating the fight out of him.
Don't hold her hand out.
Good work right there. Down to the body.
That right hand getting under the left elbow.
Short and sharp, man. We gotta go. Short and sharp.
And now going back, and he places a right hand following the path of Fredrickson.
Yeah, well, Fredrickson said, hey, I've been, you know, 10 rounds 3 times. He ain't showing it. Saucedo ain't been past this, been past 8 rounds. And he's showing that he has.
Yeah, all of that means nothing right now. If you're Fredrickson, you need to look to land a big shot because you're losing this fight big. And you got 1 round to go.
Yes, he is.
Saucedo varying up speeds at times, touching, and planting a body shot. So letting him know that it's the way he looks. You look brilliant. It's a solid performance, but move, make him miss. 10th and final round. And if Alex Saucedo can do that, he should have a secured W.
No. Don't knock down.
Ese jab, Alex, un poco más arriba, apunta esa derecha. Eso. Alex, siga girando, no se me quede ahí a los pavos. No se me quede a los pavos. Trabaje bien suelto. Mueva la cabeza. Eso es, siga girando. Para el otro lado, Alex. Vamos, siga girando, vamos. Eso. Otra vez, Alex, otra vez. Eso, finte abajo y vas arriba. Vamos. Eso, Alex. Abajo y arriba.
Saucedo has
Good reaction
landed
right there from Saucedo.
over 300 punches landed now as he snaps back Fredrickson's head again.
Vamos. Un poquito de finta y vamos con la velocidad. Eso, mueva esa cabeza. Quédese ahí, vamos. Mueva la cabeza. Siga sabiando.
Now you going back. Look.
Siga sabiando, Alex.
Nice right hand from Fredrickson right there.
Right lead.
Pick it up.
Eso, gire.
Been some really clean exchanges by both men. They've been landing some hard shots on one another. Back and forth action.
Throw that hook when he doing all that bullshit.
Mueva la cabecita. Eso, siga tocando. Abajo, Alex, abajo.
Saucedo wants another
Look where the
chance
hands
at a
are.
title.
Otra vez.
Touch the hip now.
Look where the hands are, Fredrickson. They've been in his chest and close to his chin all night long. That's the wrong position for a fighter with the 76-inch reach and a 4-inch reach advantage on an opponent. You sacrificed your own reach all night long, and that's why he's getting hit with flush shots.
He trying to protect that body, Dre. That's what he trying to do. Saucedo's been going down to that body all day, all night long.
He's not going to protect it that way.
Nice.
Eso, siga trabajando, vamos. Vivo
Touch the hip
así.
now.
Eso, siga, gire, gire.
Touch the
Gire,
hip.
no se quede enfrente. Ahí va, gire.
Let it go. Let it go, Sonny.
Mueve la cabeza.
Hold the fist tight,
Mueve la
man.
cabeza. Back to work, vamos a trabajar.
You're almost
Eso.
done. Let it go.
Siga. Eso, Alex.
There's the
Eso
clap,
es.
and here comes more
Eso
offense
es,
with it.
vamos. Eso es, vamos.
Final 10 seconds of the 10th and final round.
Eso, Alex. Eso.
A fight that Saucedo, and we'll get the final tally here, but he's closing in on.
Saucedo does, just offensive. He showed wrinkles in his defense tonight. He'll never be a Picasso on the defensive side. He'll never be a guy that never gets hit. But if he can limit the amount of punishment like he did tonight that he takes and put himself in a position to get his offense off, he can continue to have performances like this. It will be harder when the competition steps up, but this is a good fight against a solid fighter and Sonny Fredrickson. Good shots right there. 1-2 to the top, and then a good body shot. Those are the kind of shots that busted the young fighter up and really kept him immobile where he couldn't really fire anything back.
Dre, guess what? Saucedo didn't get cut tonight. He didn't get suffer a cut tonight. So that's a plus. That's a plus performance
Yes, it
for
is.
him. That's a good performance for him because he typically gets cut.
The numbers always shine when you see a Saucedo fight. You know you're getting offense. You know you're going to enjoy it. And you see 318 total punches landed. Mark Kriegel, your final thoughts.
Look, Sonny Fredrickson isn't Maurice Hooker, but at 6'1", he let you know how much Saucedo was improved since Hooker. Saucedo gave precise pressure. He extended his jab. He didn't stumble around. His balance was improved, and he went to the body. As a result, for the first time in a long time, not only did he go to the distance, but he didn't get cut. Welcome back to 140 pounds, Alex Saucedo.
And he's hoping it'll be welcome back to a title shot at some point. Landed 124 jabs.
I don't know.
To your point. Dre's card has it 98-92. Let's see how the ringside judges have it. For that, here's Mark Chinook.
Buen trabajo, papá.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds here inside MGM Grand, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Max DeLuca has it 99-91. Patricia Morse-Jarman has it 98-92. Dave Moretti has it 100-90. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Alex Saucedo.
Right here.
Good, solid win for Oklahoma City's Alex Saucedo. We will hear from him next when we return to Top